Content warning. The following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broken clock on the back wall, counting down till the last bell rings. You lock the door with the plastic smile, say this is just our little secret thing. Ink stains on my test paper, your hand leaning where it shouldn't be. You twist the rules like a gold ring, say it's love, say it's meant to be. Leave the kids alone.
A Marathon County jury has found an Alaska man guilty of second-degree sexual assault of a child. Court records show the jury convicted 43-year-old Joshua Woods after deliberating for about 45 minutes. A trial in November ended in a mistrial when two jurors said they could no longer be impartial. No sentencing date has been set, but it is expected within 90 days. Wood also faces similar separate charges in La Crosse County with his next court date on April 7th.
The Fresno City Council operates at another level. Look at this production for their meeting. They've got a sign language interpreter that covers the whole thing, which is such overkill if you consider how many people are actually watching these snooze fests. They do it even for public commenters. And look at this beautiful shot. Well framed, well lit, and when different council members speak, the camera changes to them. Fresno has got it figured out. Well, I mean, the fluorescent lights inside the building are hideous and vomit-inducing, but imagine if they fixed that and made it look like this. Wow, now Fresno City Council is the best in the world. And you know the one thing that can make it even better? A sex offender on the council. You are not your past. Registered sex offender seeks to join race for Fresno City Council. Here we go!
I believe Fresno deserves leaders that are honest from the very beginning, not the end. So going into this, I'm putting my life out there.
Upfront about his status as a registered sex offender.
I've been given the chance to rehabilitate through the courts and back into the system.
Charged with being in possession of child sex abuse material back in 2018.
Nope, nope, nope. Sorry, but some crimes should lead to a permanent shaming. A never emergence into the public eye. That crime is certainly one of them.
The Fresno native says he pled no contest to a misdemeanor charge. Now launching his campaign to represent District 7 on the Fresno City Council. He says his focus is on safety.
So I say, let's choose somebody outside the box. Somebody who knows the system from inside out. Because I've experienced the laws that we are trying to reform right now.
By that logic, wouldn't we be better with, say, a murderer? He would certainly have a deeper understanding than you.
Fresno County Clerk and Registrar of Voters James Coos says state law does not prevent a registered sex offender from running for office.
Once you leave prison, you're on probation, you actually are allowed in California to reapply and become a registered voter again, which would then make you eligible to be able to run as long as you are living in the proper jurisdiction.
I think it should be a disqualifier to serve in public office. If I'm the next council member in District 7 and I can't show up at a school site, how can I best represent the people in the neighborhoods I want to serve?
But Campos isn't going to be able to get into the city council that easy. He's got some competition.
Nav Gurm, endorsed by Mayor Jerry Dyer and the Firefighters Union, says he represents the next generation of leadership. AJ Rossomny says homelessness is his priority.
I'm a business owner, I'm a community advocate, and I'm a problem solver.
Ariana Martinez Lott, a mother, is calling for more investment in neighborhoods.
Okay, so Campos might not be able to get in there, but my vote will be determined by which one of you promises to fix these lights.
Tonight, an arrest made in a child exploitation investigation in Henry County. Roger Lofton was arrested in Abbeville Tuesday. The investigation began after the State Bureau of Investigation received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. He's charged with 2 counts each of possession with intent to disseminate child sexual abuse material and electronic solicitation of a child. He remains in the Henry County Jail.
Turning now to Crime Watch. A man is in custody after deputies responded to reports of trespassing in Lyon County. According to the sheriff's office, deputies responded to the area near Keepsake Mini Storage in Silver Springs around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. They say they found 34-year-old John Kyle Stevens, who is a registered sex offender in California, but did not register in Nevada. He was arrested on 1 felony count of failing to register and 1 count of resisting arrest. Details regarding his alleged trespassing are not available at this time.
To the sound of my voice. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Face away from me. Stop. Coming. Keep coming.
I got it. Go.
Face away. Stop there. Pull back behind the truck. Keep moving. Keep moving. Stop. Walk backwards. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Stop. Right. Hands behind your back. Sir. What's wrong? What's wrong? Yep. I got it. What's wrong? What's wrong? I've been at the track all day. What's wrong?
Hold that one.
What's wrong? What's wrong with this? I can't. My legs. Whoa. Guys, I'm autistic. Okay. I have no weapons on me.
All right, one more person.
Yep. Roll over. Guys. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Got him? Tell them no, we got him. Phone's in right pocket. Police, don't move. Keep your hands where I can see them. Do not move. Do you hear me? Do not move. Keep your hands in the air. Drop the orange. Drop the orange now. Put your hands back in the air. Turn around, face the car. Put your phone on the car. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. Listen to me. Face away from me. Put your hands on your head. Put your hands on your head. Take commands, back them to you. All right. Sir, back towards the sound of my voice. All right. Walk. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Up around while looking at the ground. Look down. Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning. Stop. I'm going to put them over your left side, all right? What I want you to do is walk to your left in front of that white truck. Do it now. Take a step. Take a step. Keep going. Do it. Don't move. Do not move. Put your hands in the air, face away from me. Face away from me. With your left hand, grab your hood, pull your sweatshirt up. Your hood! Turn around slowly, keep it up. Keep it up. Keep turning.
Shirt up, turn around, now face away from us.
Put your hands on your head and interlock your fingers. Step backwards towards the sound of my voice. Keep moving. Keep moving.
You got hands?
Grab the collar of your shirt and lift it so I can see your waist there. Turn around so I'll tell you to stop. Keep moving. Keep moving. Stop. Put your hand back up. Don't move.
Put your hands on your head. Hands on your head.
Ready?
Yep. On you.
Step out slowly with your hands up. Face away from us. Take 2 steps back to the front of this bumper. Hands up. Put your hands up. Alright, 2 steps left.
Varner, you got hands when you get here.
To the left. Stop. Walk backwards slowly to the sound of my voice. Keep walking.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Sir, I was getting ready to call you.
I got him. Lift his arm up.
Out there. Sir.
Got cuffs.
Oh my.
I got cuffs. No, I got him.
Sir.
Don't serve me. Just stay where you are. Be quiet.
Some sick was trying to do that with his 8-year-old daughter.
Right now, state lawmakers are circulating a bill in the Capitol that will allow prosecutors to seek the death penalty for certain child sex offenders. The bill's authors intend for it to prevent predators from harming more children, but child advocates, they're warning of potential unintended consequences. Ryan Lynch explains why.
Wisconsin was the first state to permanently abolish the death penalty back in 1853, and its potential return as punishment for certain child sex crimes would mirror similar legislation in states like Arkansas and Alabama, which lawmakers cited as inspiration for the proposed bill. The bill would allow prosecutors to seek the death penalty for first-degree sexual assault of a child under 13 resulting in great bodily harm, or intercourse with a child under 12. However, DNA evidence is required for the penalty. Republican Senator Chris Kapenga is one of the authors. He was unavailable to speak on camera, but told us that, quote, time in prison doesn't scare these type of individuals, but this will get their attention. However, child advocacy experts warn the bill could have unintended consequences.
Children can be afraid to tell because they're worried about getting the offender in trouble.
Jennifer Ginsburg runs the Child Advocacy Center Safe Harbor in Madison. She tells me those offenders are more often than not someone the child already knows, and that the increased penalty can lead to increased fear for kids.
If one of the potential penalties is death, my concern would be that it would make children less likely to tell an adult that someone is sexually abusing them.
With the state assembly already gaveling out for the year last week, the bill likely won't see any real motion in the coming months.
And Hamilton Police and a police officer in Hamilton has been charged with child exploitation. Constable Dave Hamilton, a 19-year member of the service, is accused of possessing and transmitting child sexual abuse and exploitation material Hamilton police have confirmed with us that the officer was part of the Pro Action Cops and Kids program, which sees police officers develop and deliver activities aimed at engaging youth. The officer has been suspended without pay. He is scheduled to appear in a Milton courthouse at a later date.
The Washoe County District Attorney's Office says Thomas Balboni Jr. was found guilty of resisting and being a felon in possession of a firearm after a standoff in 2021. Prosecutors say he got into a standoff with police in August of that year when they tried to arrest him for living in a home with a child despite being registered as a sex offender. They say he grabbed a rifle and wouldn't leave a garage for hours. He's scheduled to be sentenced in April.
A Nakina man is behind bars tonight after an early morning raid uncovered graphic videos of children. Columbus County deputies say 46-year-old Jeremy Pershaw was targeted in an internet crimes sting. He's accused of sending explicit images to underage person online. Pershaw faces 10 felony counts and is also being held without bond tonight.
Sentence was also handed down today for the Chippewa Falls man accused of multiple child sex crimes. Kevin Rez Arch was charged in 2024 with 7 felonies, including 3 counts of second-degree sexual assault of a child. According to the criminal complaint, the 15-year-old victim told police Rez Arch had been sexually assaulting her several times a week for months. Police said when they interviewed Rez Arch, he admitted to the assaults. Today in court, Rez Arch was sentenced to 20 years in prison, followed by 8 years of extended supervision.
In the western UP, a Houghton County man is avoiding prison time for now. Raymond Reed Van Dam was sentenced today in the 12th Circuit Court for possession of child sexually abusive material. He pleaded guilty to that charge late last year. And Judge Brittany Bullitt honoring that November plea agreement, the sentence, 5 years of probation and registration as a sex offender. Reed Van Dam also has a 9-month jail term hanging over his head if he fails to meet court conditions. Judge Bullitt warning him that second chances like this are rare in cases like this, and this is what she told the defendant tonight.
But you do have to continue that counseling, because that's the only way to continue to properly address the reasons that you are here. It sounds like that's something that you're doing, but it has to continue. Not just because it's an order of court, but because your family's so supportive of you right now. You received the plea agreement you did because of the position you're in. I can't guarantee you, but I can pretty much guess that if you were to be back in this situation again, your family would not be supportive of you any longer. You would not be getting a plea agreement like the one you got here. And we'd be looking at likely some kind of prison sentence.
Reed Van Dam did tell the court that he deeply regrets his actions. He plans to continue counseling. Throughout the legal process, Reed Van Dam was allowed to contact his newborn child. Child Protective Services did visit that home multiple times to ensure that his wife understood her responsibility to protect the infant. The 9-month suspended sentence goes into effect immediately if he violates his 5-year probation.
Here at home in Butte, a former youth hockey coach will spend the rest of his life in prison after a jury found him guilty of raping 3 minors. Jamie Leslie James was sentenced today in district court to 6 separate 100-year terms, 1 for each count of sexual intercourse without consent. He will not be eligible for parole for 60 years.
Sentencing day for 23-year-old Zachary Weber, a judge giving him 1 year in jail and 3 years of probation. Weber is a former substitute teacher at the Durand, Arkansas School District. He was accused of child sex crimes. Police say he sent several girls intimate pictures through Snapchat. Weber originally pleaded no contest to charges as part of a plea deal.
We start tonight covering the courts where 2 child sex crime cases were settled in the Chippewa Valley today.
In Pepin County, the former Durand, Arkansas School District employee charged with multiple child sex crimes was sentenced. Zachary Weber was charged with 4 felonies in 2024. As we reported then, Weber was a paraprofessional with the district and a substitute teacher. According to the criminal complaint, several girls in the district alerted the school resource officer of a man sending them intimate pictures via Snapchat. A subpoena linked the account to Weber. Last month, Weber pleaded no contest to 1 charge of causing a child to view a sex act as part of an agreement, and today he was sentenced to 1 year in jail and 3 years of probation on the remaining 3 counts of soliciting an intimate representation from a minor. Weber must also undergo a psychosexual evaluation and follow through with any recommendations.
Dr. David Edward Uwe Poon is facing 43 sex crime charges stemming over 12 years. If you recognize his name, it's because Poon made international headlines during the pandemic for his efforts to reunite cross-border families and couples.
You hear about the loneliness and the deterioration of the mental health of people who just want to be together.
The 39-year-old has worked as a medical health officer in northern Saskatchewan and taught for the University of Saskatchewan. However, the charges are related to his time in Ontario. Toronto police initially charged him last November with 1 count each of accessing and possessing child sexual abuse and exploitation material. 2 weeks later, the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Saskatchewan restricted his medical practice to patients 18 or older. Then, in early December, Poon was charged in Ontario with 41 additional crimes related to voyeurism, sexual assault, and child pornography. The charges include 6 counts of drugging someone to facilitate sexual assault. The charges have yet to be tested in court. Now, Poon's medical licenses in both Ontario and Saskatchewan have been suspended. After the first 2 charges, Poon's lawyers told the Ontario Licensing Authority that the accusations are unrelated to his medical practice and that Poon intends to vigorously oppose them. Poon remains in custody ahead of his next court appearance Friday. Aliyah Marco Omene, CBC News, Regina.
The Michigan State Legislature is trying to close what advocates call a dangerous loophole for sex offenders, but critics say the fix could do more harm than good. House Bills 5425 and 5426 would prohibit registered sex offenders from working at businesses primarily serving minors, like martial arts studios, dance classes, summer camps, and youth sports. Registered offenders can't teach in schools, but right now, nothing stops them from owning or operating youth-focused businesses.
How is it legal for a sex offender to work at a business which is primarily geared towards children? As a parent and a police officer, I believe that carving out reasonable exceptions for those convicted of sexual crimes with minors is not unreasonable.
However, those against the change say a blanket ban on over 45,000 people on the registry, some which did not commit offenses against children, will be alienated from their community. The committee will decide whether to move the bills forward in the coming weeks.
We are getting new details tonight about an attempted kidnapping incident earlier this week in the Northeast Valley. Police say a 13-year-old girl was on her way to school but then ran into a supermarket after a man tried to lure her to his car. Just before 7 a.m. Tuesday, police say a 13-year-old girl was walking to school near Nellis and Stewart Avenue. She walked by a bar where police say 47-year-old Kendrick Weatherspoon was sitting in his car. The 13-year-old told police Weatherspoon tried to get her to come over to the car and even open the door. The girl telling police that despite being scared she'd be hit by oncoming traffic, she ran across the street to a Smith's grocery store. 2 workers in that store helped the girl out and called police after she ran for safety. Police took Weatherspoon into custody, who denied he was trying to lure the young girl. Metro Police initially released a photo of Weatherspoon's car on Tuesday after his arrest. A parent from a nearby school says she's seen that car in the area before.
It's not a car you'd forget, not with the rims, not with the way that it looks. It stands out.
Weatherspoon has a lengthy criminal history, including a previous arrest for sex trafficking of an adult in 2021. He's also banned from Nevada casinos. He's facing attempted kidnapping and luring charges in this case and due back in court on Monday.
This is the kind of story that makes parents stop and listen. Police say a registered violent sex offender, their words there, was sitting near a Lebanon preschool for nearly an hour. Officers arrested 55-year-old Richard Martin yesterday. Investigators say he is legally prohibited from being within 1,000 feet of any school or preschool. Police, though, had determined he had been sitting there for about an hour right before he was taken into custody. Tonight, he is now facing charges for breaking those court rules. For families, though, with young kids, it is an unsettling situation and one police say they are taking very seriously.
New at 4, Madison County judge has limited how certain videos can be handled in the criminal trial of a former Trinity United Methodist daycare worker charged with several child sex abuse charges. This comes after prosecutors asked the court to set limits due to the age of the potential victims and because the tape shows a forensic interview with the victim. The judge says all reproductions of the video will remain in custody of the district attorney's office. It also states the video can only be reviewed by Cameron White, his counsel, expert witnesses or consultants and officers of the court. White is facing 8 counts of sexual abuse of a child and has been named in several lawsuits filed by parents of students at the daycare.
Middle school staff member in the Huron School District has resigned following a child pornography investigation.
Court documents say the South Dakota DCI received a cyber tip linking to 58-year-old Richard Hotchkiss's phone. Over 30 images from text message exchange in 2016 were found involving children 6 years old and younger. Documents go on to say Hotchkiss admitted to viewing, downloading, and exchanging child pornography for several years. Hotchkiss is being held in the Beadle County Jail on a $10,000 cash bond.
In a statement to KLN News, Superintendent Craig Steinhoff said, quote, "We don't believe at this time any Huron School District students were involved. The employee will no longer be allowed on school grounds."
New at 6, Harrisburg police charged a man with involuntary deviant sexual intercourse with a child. Police say 30-year-old Wilder Herrera Palacios assaulted the child he knew in January. 27-year-old Kesha Reyes Trochi, his girlfriend, is charged because police say the child told her she was being sexually abused and did nothing. Both also face charges because police say they locked another child in a closet. Police also charged them with abusing a third child.
According to the Megan's Law website, the 12 registered sex offenders who moved into this building last week lived together in 2 apartments here. Officials say it is part of a recovery program. But city officials and those who live here in this South Side Slopes neighborhood say they should not be together here in this community.
If they're convicted and they have been proven, I would not feel safe having them here.
The men you are looking at are all convicted of various sex crimes, from rape of an unconscious person to indecent assault by forcible compulsion and aggravated indecent assault where the victim is under 13 years old. And they are all living one building away from Tyler Blackburn.
I'm for recovery. I'm for people coming back from that, but I don't know. I do feel a little bit of unease if there are 12 of them here.
City Council person Bob Charland, who represents the South Side, tells me the city has no local control of facilities like this one, so they can't regulate them. But he tells me what he also posted online, that the operators of the home on Salisbury Street agreed to move the men out as soon as possible, and that they will not operate here further.
This is a nice neighborhood, you know, there's people with kids and there's parks and schools, and, you know, to have something like that right next door, it's not so great.
Dave Silberstein, who owns property here, says he too is for recovery, but not 12 sex offenders together in one place. While Councilman Charlin says the facility is working with state parole to move the men out, there is no specific timeline. I reached out to the company as well, but they did not call back. I did also knock on the door here to talk to the men who moved in. The man who answered the door, though, closed the door once I identified myself. Covering Allegheny County from the South Side Slopes, Marcy Cipriani, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Palm Coast man is now in custody after deputies say he used a little girl's photo and AI to create child pornography.
Robert Lamb was arrested after months of investigating. West 2's Tony Atkins is live in the newsroom right now. And Tony, deputies say it took a while to finally make this arrest.
Yeah, some investigators say they were tipped off by the platform OnlyFans last year, and after months of working to get the video and files from the platform, they were finally able to make an arrest.
AI can be a positive thing in our life, but criminals always find a way to turn positive technology into criminal.
38-year-old Robert Lamb is now in custody, accused of using AI to craft and distribute pornographic images based off of photos of a 7 to 8-year-old girl deputies say he knew.
That this individual was using AI to modify photos of young children, like 7, 8 years old, into pornography and sexual acts and the appearance of sexual activity.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office says a tip came through in January of 2025 from the company Phoenix International Limited. That's the parent company of OnlyFans.
OnlyFans is well known to be used in the sex industry, sex trade, pornography, those kind of things.
Sheriff Rick Staley says the 5 images were made public on the platform with Robert's account handle Ezra Lamb watermarked on the bottom right corner of each image. Flagler deputies say they began investigating the tip in May. They requested to review Lamb's OnlyFans account in June. Then, on October 6th, investigators finally obtained the files and they got to work.
These investigations take time, unfortunately. You have to work with private companies, get subpoenas, get all the data in, and then you have to analyze the data.
Sheriff Staley says he's thankful for the diligent work in making the arrest. He says he's also thankful for increased law enforcement powers as well as penalties to help hold people accused of child sex abuse crimes accountable.
Unfortunately, Florida has really been on the cutting edge of giving us and law enforcement the tools that we need to go after these perps. But this is why it's so important for parents to be aware of what is posted on social media, because anybody can snatch that photo.
And Lamb is charged with 5 felony counts of possessing generated child pornography. He's being held on a $50,000 bond. I'm live in the newsroom tonight. Tony Atkins, Washington News.
Tony, thank you.
Norfolk, Nebraska Police Division arrested a Norfolk Public Schools paraprofessional Wednesday morning. Jose Manuel Ramirez was taken into custody just after 7 a.m. on charges of third-degree sexual assault of a child. The arrest follows an investigation originating in mid-2022 when a then 13-year-old male victim reported that Ramirez had inappropriately touched him on 5 separate occasions. The victim gave investigators text messages between him and Ramirez, but the county attorney's office declined prosecution, citing evidence available and Ramirez's refusal to speak with detectives. After allegations resurfaced in January of this year, a Norfolk detective interviewed Ramirez and established probable cause for an arrest. Ramirez had been employed at the junior high school since August of last year. He's now on administrative leave and prohibited from entering any NPS campus. Norfolk Superintendent Bill McAllister released a statement on the arrest saying, "We remain committed to maintaining a safe and secure environment for all students and staff." McAllister said the allegations do not involve a Norfolk student.
To this breaking news alert, the TBI finds a convicted sex offender has been working for a Tennessee Christian school.
Yeah, Peyton Kennedy's at the WKRN.com alert desk now with details from this new arrest affidavit just into the newsroom, Peyton.
Good morning. Yeah, the TBI says they got a tip that Robert Hankins had been doing work at Greater Things Christian School for years. That school is in Burns. According to the affidavit, Robert Hankins is a convicted sex offender against children. The TBI says some of his time on campus includes setting up sound equipment for events and announcing a flag football game. The most recent situation was in January when it's reported Hankins cleared the parking lot with his tractor. He is restricted from being on any school grounds, and he now faces 2 felony charges for knowingly remaining on school property. He was arrested on February 18th and has a court date set for mid-March.
Webb City man will go to prison for sexually assaulting an underage girl. It's 4 years for Jamie Judy. Jury found him guilty in November of 4th-degree child molestation, ruled not guilty on 2 counts of statutory sodomy. Jasper County deputies arrested him in October of 2024 after a girl told them he touched her inappropriately and attempted to sexually assault her.
Up now to a case we've been covering. A Navy chief petty officer learned his sentence today for having and creating child sex abuse material while living in Virginia Beach. 39-year-old Shane Harlicker will spend 25 years in prison. Harlicker entered a guilty plea last year. According to court documents, he acknowledged sexual explicit material he recorded of a 13-year-old girl inside a Virginia Beach home. Prosecutors say while Harlicker was in Italy, they found nearly 150 files of minors engaging in sexually explicit conduct on his cell phone. 10 on Your Side reported Harlicker was stationed in Hampton Roads several times since 2005.
New tonight, a district school employee is facing federal charges of distributing child sex abuse images. Federal prosecutors say that DeAndrew Davis was online at a dating site talking about. New tonight, a district school employee is facing federal charges of distributing child sex abuse images. Federal prosecutors say that DeAndrew Davis was online at a dating site talking about sex interest with children. They say he then moved to an encrypted messaging site where he's accused of sending 2 videos showing sex acts involving young boys. The FBI says a 31-year-old works at the More Opportunity Academy there in Northeast. We did reach out to the school for comment, but have not heard back yet.
A man is behind bars after state police say he distributed child sexual abuse materials. Our county-by-county coverage at 5 begins in Casey County. KSB says an undercover internet crimes investigation led them to 34-year-old Thomas Hagan Woods. A search warrant was issued for his home in Liberty. Yesterday, troopers executed that warrant and found equipment believed to have been used to distribute explicit pictures and videos of children. Woods was taken to the Casey County Detention Center on more than 24 counts of charges related to child sexual abuse material.
David Carl Simpkins is facing 8 felony charges. Each of the counts alleges sexually abusing children over the past 2 decades. Court documents claim Simpkins abused several children, with the first alleged incident connected to the charges dating back to 2005. Court documents also mention allegations of abuse stretching back more than 40 years. In September of 2025, Child Protective Services investigators reported concerning behavior they'd discovered to the Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office. Deputies interviewed about a dozen individuals about the alleged abuse, and victims described alleged sexual acts Simpkins did to them, inappropriate pictures he had taken, and being shown pornography. MTN has confirmed that Simpkins operated a daycare service in East Helena called Papa's Daycare. The business license expired in March of 2024. In an effort to protect the victims' identities, MTN is intentionally not reporting all the details of the case. Judge Mike Swingley set Simpkins' bond at $150,000. Now Simpkins is scheduled to be arraigned in district court on Tuesday, March 17th. Reporting in Helena, Madeline Heath, MTN News.
A young woman who reported her sexual assault to police more than 10 years ago was shocked to learn her convicted abuser has been working at a church and Christian school. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Caleb Crawford was rearrested last week for failing to report a change in job status as part of his sex offender registry. His father, Pastor Eric Crawford, admits he hired his son to work at Heritage Baptist Church in Hazlet, even though Caleb is a sex offender. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke to the young woman, Caleb Crawford's cousin, who wanted to share her story for the first time. Amelia.
Heather, Steve, Taylor Hamilton hasn't spoken to that side of her family for about 10 years. When she saw the headlines about her cousin, Caleb Crawford, she was frustrated and upset, which is why she's coming forward to share her side of the story. She wants to join in the fight to hold those at the top accountable.
No, I never thought I'd be here, but I really am glad I am.
Now 27, Taylor Hamilton has spent the last decade focused on her future. But last week, her past came rushing back.
Ran to the bathroom and I was like, tears behind my eyes. I was ready to just like drown in tears, thinking that something else happened to another kid.
After Hamilton lost her mom at age 9, she and her brother went to live with her aunt and uncle. Her uncle is Eric Crawford, a pastor at Heritage Baptist Church in Hazlet. He also oversees the attached school, Heritage Christian Academy. When Hamilton was 12, she says her cousin Caleb Crawford, 17 at the time, started sexually touching her. Redacted court documents say the unwanted touching mostly happened over clothes. It continued until Hamilton was 14 and Caleb Crawford was 19 and left for college.
I couldn't sleep at night. I was a young child. I couldn't sleep, so took it to court.
At 16, when she moved out of her aunt and uncle's house, she told her father, who reported it to police. Caleb Crawford was arrested for indecency with a child. The trial in 2016 ended with Crawford taking a plea deal. He would go to prison for 2 years and be required to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life.
It's a big thing for me to be able to say, you know, this happened to me, but it doesn't define who I am. To be able to put a face to the name for people because, you know, realizing like this isn't just an accusation. This is something that somebody was convicted of and served time for. No matter what anyone says, he was found guilty.
Last week, parents at Heritage Christian Academy learned about Caleb Crawford's sex offender status and his employment on campus. Parents got the police involved, and Caleb Crawford was rearrested by the Fort Worth Police Department for failure to report his job status. His father, Pastor Eric Crawford, temporarily stepped down at the church while the financial team does an internal review.
I'm so grateful, and my 12-year-old self would feel so validated, I think, knowing that there's a day that comes that people do pay the price for the things that they do.
An online petition supported by a growing number of parents is calling for the pastor to step down permanently and for an outside investigation. Hamilton supports this.
It's about those kids and having a voice that maybe I never had.
Which is why she's sharing her story.
I have a responsibility, knowing what I went through and what goes on there, to let people know, you know? I never would have thought that I'd be here.
But now that she is,
this is a lot bigger than just him being allowed to work around children. I think that more than just my uncle needs to be held accountable. And I think that's why I'm here now.
Caleb Crawford has since bonded out of jail. The Fort Worth Police Department tells us the investigation is ongoing and detectives are speaking with the parents at Heritage Christian Academy.
St. Charles Parish teacher faces allegations of inappropriate communications with a child. The Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office says 29-year-old Emma Catherine Prejean was arrested during a special victims unit investigation. During an interview with investigators, they say that Prejean admitted to inappropriate interactions with the minor victim. She could face charges of indecent behavior with a juvenile and computer-aided solicitation of a minor. The investigation, they say, is still ongoing.
A former Fort Carson soldier will spend the next 40 years behind bars after pleading guilty to multiple child sexual abuse crimes. 35-year-old Army Sergeant Chad A. Jones was sentenced to 40 years in prison, a reduction in rank to E1, and was dishonorably discharged from the Army during his court-martial last week. Army representatives say there are 3 victims in this case, which lasted between 2021 and 2025, while he was stationed at Fort Carson and Fort Bliss in Texas. Jones will serve his time at the U.S. Disciplinary Barracks at Fort Leavenworth in Kansas, and upon his release will be registered as a sex offender. Fort Carson did not return a request for comment.
Right now at 6 o'clock, a former Oak Ridge High School band teacher accused of child sex crimes made his first court appearance today. Paul Varoff was arrested on Monday. He's currently being held at the El Dorado County Jail. Thanks for joining us tonight for Fox 40 News at 6. I'm Nikki Lorenzo.
And I'm Eric Harriman. Fox 40's Noah Anderson was inside the El Dorado County Superior Court in Placerville today and has the latest in that case.
That's right. According to the El Dorado County Sheriff's Office, Paul Varoff was the Oak Ridge High School band teacher for over 30 years. He's now charged with 10 felony counts related to sexual acts he committed with a person under the age of 18, including one instance that allegedly happened inside his school office. Monday morning, El Dorado County Sheriff's deputies arrested former Oak Ridge High School band teacher Paul Varoff. He's charged with 10 felony counts involving a minor victim occurring between January 1st and August 31st of 2023. The charges include 5 counts of oral copulation of a person under 18 and 5 counts of sexual penetration of a person under 18. In the El Dorado County District Attorney's criminal complaint obtained by Fox 40, the prosecution further alleges several aggravating factors, including that the victim was particularly vulnerable, the conduct involved planning and sophistication, and that Veroff abused a position of trust and confidence. The offenses took place across multiple locations, including Veroff's residence in Sacramento County and his school office in El Dorado County. Prosecutors allege at least 7 incidents, some of which resulted in multiple charges stemming from the same event. Then today, Veroff made his first appearance in court for his scheduled arraignment, handcuffed and wearing an orange prison jumpsuit. But Veroff did not make a plea. Instead, he waived his right to a speedy arraignment while he seeks private representation. A new arraignment hearing has been scheduled for Monday. Now, Veroff, he will remain behind bars in the El Dorado County Jail. He's being held without bail, but the sheriff's office says this is still an active, ongoing investigation, and they're encouraging anyone who could be a potential victim or anyone with information about this case to reach out to Detective Katz. His phone number should be on.
Seneca man is behind bars tonight accused of child sex abuse crimes. State police say 46-year-old Randolph Foligno is charged with 1 count of promoting and 1 count of possessing sexual performance by a child. He is currently being held at the Erie County Jail on $50,000 bail. Anyone with information regarding Foligno is asked to contact troopers out of Batavia. The number is on your screen. It's 585-344-6200. That's 585-344-6200.
Welcome to Live 5 News at 3, everyone. I'm Ann McGill. A Johns Island man has been charged with sexual exploitation of children. Deputies with the Charleston County Sheriff's Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force arrested 60-year-old Martin Sierra Tuesday. The State Attorney General's office says a cyber tip led them to Sierra, who was accused of being in possession of child sexual abuse material. He was charged with 1 count of third-degree sexual exploitation of a minor.
Now at 11, the big story on Action News is a shootout on the main line that killed an ex-police officer who was wanted on child rape charges. New video tonight shows the terror that unfolded in Ballackinwood as investigators moved in to arrest Francis Collier. Came to a violent conclusion as tonight we're hearing from one of his alleged victims, a family member who says she endured years of abuse. Action News reporter Elizabeth Worthington following the still developing story tonight, and she is live in Morton, Delaware County, where Collier used to work. Elizabeth.
Yeah, hey, Rick, good evening. So that victim said she wanted to share her story to hopefully inspire other victims and show that it's never too late to speak up. Now, tonight she says she's going through a roller coaster of emotions after Francis Collier died during what officials described as a suicide by cop. She says part of her feels relief, but another part feels anger that she'll never see justice in court now. A neighbor's doorbell camera captured the moment several shots rang out just before 4 o'clock this morning in Ballackinwood. Authorities say Lower Marion Township police officers confronted 38-year-old Francis Collier as he was getting into his car on Old Lancaster Road. Collier was wanted for child rape charges. Police say he shot at the officers, who returned fire, killing him.
There was, sadness, anger, sadness mainly for my childhood self, etc.
Tori Payne is Collier's niece. In December 2025, she and another female family member reported to the Delaware County District Attorney's Office that Collier had sexually abused them when they were around 5 and 6 years old, and Collier was a teenager, babysitting them in Drexel Hill. Payne said years later, she learned Collier had become a part-time Morton police officer and saw images on social media of him with children. She also learned he was a member of the Delaware County Child Abuse and Exploitation Task Force.
Once I saw him with children, it lit a fire in me that just told me that it was my due diligence to protect any future children.
According to Delaware County officials, Collier was on that task force for less than a year. When the sexual abuse allegations came to light in December, he was placed on leave and he resigned later that month. The Attorney General's office charged Collier with rape on Tuesday.
Sometimes I feel relief because it's over and he's gone, and maybe there's something there that I wasn't meant to deal with.
Now, the Morton Police Department said in a statement tonight that it was, quote, profoundly disturbed by the situation, but did note that Collier never faced any allegations of criminal conduct during his tenure here. We're live in Morton tonight. Elizabeth Worthington, Channel 6 Action News. Rick.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you.
Now, first at 6, in light of a proposed home for level 3 registered sex offenders set to open up in central Kennewick, local governments really across our area say they're ready to work together to try to prevent future less restrictive alternative homes, or LRAs, from opening.
New at 6, Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz takes you to one county where several local leaders met this morning.
What can we do at the local level to fight this, to mitigate this, and to, I guess, let it be as least impactful as possible on our community? Because I think that's one of the most sobering things through all this, kind of what I introed with. This could be any of us.
The mayors of Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland meeting with the Franklin County Board of Commissioners Wednesday morning, discussing ways that they are reacting to the proposed LRA set to open in central Kennewick, something at the top of many people's minds across the region. Now, local leaders say that they plan to team up to come up with new long-term solutions to prevent more LRAs from opening.
What can we do now to educate the community to either get behind some bills and register our opposition to that, but then also what can we look at with our current codes and policies.
Kennewick Mayor Jason McShane says that he also hopes that local governments will work together to propose their own legislation to the state. He says that he hopes to target next year's legislative session, and he says that the next step after that is to bring elected officials from across the region and community members together.
I think having a meeting where we can present to the community, this is what is going to be proposed to be changed, where we come with answers, not questions, right? These are the things that need to be changed in Olympia this next legislative session, and we need to voice that opinion strongly.
With calls for action and transparency from residents fighting against the Kennewick LRA and beyond, all eyes are on local leaders and the next steps that they plan to take. From Franklin County, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
We are told that West Richland Mayor Fred Brink also hoped to attend the meeting, but couldn't make it.
Breaking news out of Prince George County now, where the Commonwealth has learned the new venue in the child sex abuse trial of a longtime former educator. According to the prosecutor in the case, the trial of William Barnes Jr. will be heard in Suffolk. Susan Fierro told investigative reporter Laura French she received word today that it's on the docket for March 23rd as a control date. At that time, jury trial dates will be set. The accuser in the case claims he was sexually assaulted as a teen during a sleepover at Barnes' house. Barnes faces similar charges in 2 other upcoming trials. One of those cases involves his adopted son and ended in a mistrial back in January. It will be rescheduled for March 20th.
This wasn't a random arrest. Police say it stemmed from the suspect's own actions. And when investigators begin explaining what those actions mean to the people around him, the reality of it all finally sets in.
India 2, St. Cloud 1050. Hello, how you doing today, sir? Put your license, registration, and insurance for me? Thanks so much. Thank you so much. You have your registration and insurance? My name is Detective Burkhardt. I'm with the St. Cloud Police Department, okay? Do you have your registration and insurance with you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing something wrong.
I'll explain everything to you here in just a second, okay?
You need me to take it out of this?
Sorry?
Do I take it out of this?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think that's well, this may be the new one.
65 1028 out of Florida. All right. Sir, can I go ahead and have you step outside the vehicle for me, please? Could you go ahead and hook him up? What does it say now?
Please go back here, sir.
Huh? Okay.
You have a cell phone on you or anything? Yeah.
I think he might have just stuck it in his pocket.
You have anything in your pocket? Cell phone.
Don't reach for it, sir. And don't reach for your phone, sir. Is your phone in your pocket?
Yeah.
Anything else on you that we need to be made aware of? Okay. So this is an ongoing investigation that we're conducting right now, okay? The detective that's in charge of the case will explain everything to you. At this point, you are going to be detained, though, okay? You want to hold this for me, please?
Can I call my daughter?
We'll take care of that here in just a few, okay?
She has a doctor's appointment at 12:30.
She's at a doctor's appointment at 12:30? Okay, can you just do me a favor? Put your hands behind your back for me, please? Thanks, sir.
At that moment, additional officers arrived on scene and helped explain the situation to the suspect. As everything became clear, the tension in the air noticeably shifted. Realization seemed to hit him all at once, and his facial expression quickly changed.
You can start to look for me? Thanks.
Mark, right? Hey, I'm gonna talk to him. You wanna? Yeah. I'm gonna bring you back here. You have the cuffs on?
Yeah.
You can take them off.
Do me a favor, sir. Go ahead and I'm just gonna tell him we're bend over the police for me. There you go. Cool. Sorry about that.
Sorry if I pulled your hair.
Can I grab my coffee?
Your coffee?
She can get it.
Yeah, can you grab his coffee?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
You can relax. What? Good? Hey, you come back here with me. She'll bring your coffee to you. Good to go. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. Okay, so first, make it clear you're not under arrest or anything like that. But I kind of want to explain to you what's going on. That's why you're sitting in the front seat, and I want to, like I said, explain everything that's going on. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna move this a bit. Is it hot?
Feels good, right? My car don't have AC, so I'm not.
Oh, really?
I'm not used to AC in the vehicle.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Very good, thank you.
All right, so I'm Detective Rivera. This is Detective Caitlin. We both work for the St. Paul Police Department. We're both part of a task force. It's called Internet Crimes Against Children. So what we do is make sure that no children are being exploited or harmed in any way. Okay?
Right.
So we want to make sure first at your house, is there any, there's no living at your house or nothing like that?
No.
It's like small.
No.
Okay, good, perfect. Okay, so that's kind of what we do. So before I get into like what I want to talk to you about, because you're sitting in front of the front seat of my car, I'm going to read you. You know what Miranda is? I'm going to read you that because you're sitting in front of the, anybody who gets in my car, even though you're not under arrest, I'm still going to read it to you so you know, okay?
Right.
Since you have the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you before and during questioning. If you give up your right to remain silent and later wish to stop answering questions, no further questions will be asked. You know what that is? Okay. So, one of the things that's part of our job, is, like I said, is the social media. Do you have like social media accounts or anything that you get on?
I do.
You do? Do you happen to know the names of them?
Well, I got Facebook, Instagram. I'll follow some people on TikTok.
So just like the basic ones?
Yeah, that's no other real social media.
Okay. Do you do a lot of chatting with other people on there?
Sometimes. Not really on Facebook or Instagram.
Okay. Do you have like storage media, like storage accounts, like cloud accounts? They have Google OneDrive and they have like Dropbox and they have stuff like that. Do you have anything like that?
I don't.
In your phone right now, would there be anything on your phone like that would be considered like underage or anything like that?
Probably.
Really?
I mean, you're doing an investigation, so.
Okay. Everybody makes mistakes, man. And
I made a mistake, and I've been feeling like bad for it, like in my gut.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't. I get it.
But just about to step away from all that and get rid of everything, but of course, now here we are.
Yeah. Where's your phone at right now?
On top of my car.
Can you hold this one?
It's not crazy stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It's stupid video.
Well, here's what I'll do. This is what I'll do. I have a search warrant to take your phone. I'm sorry. I'm gonna seize your phone. Make sure I have to do another search warrant to go inside your phone at some point. Or we have a search warrant for your house, but I want to make sure that who's at your house right now. That's the only one there. Okay. We don't want to scare her or anything like that.
And that's exactly what happened.
Right. If I show you some pictures, they've been edited out. There's no in them or anything like that. Would you be able to tell me if these are the types of things you would see, like people in that group you were in or whatever? That you
possibly.
Okay. This is weird. Do you remember image like this being in your Amazon Photos account?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay. About that.
Yeah, those two were the same person.
That's the same person.
I mean, I don't know who that is. I don't know. I'm saying the same person sent that.
Oh, the same person sent that? You don't remember how long ago?
No, it's been a while. Like way back when all that started.
Okay. And what are these group chats? Do you remember, like, what was it the apps that you were in?
Yeah, that was it was like a private group on Telegram, but I don't know the people.
Yeah. Facebook, have you used Facebook or anything like that?
I rarely go on there.
How about Instagram?
I have an Instagram account, but again, I rarely post.
So mainly that kind of content, like it would be on Telegram. It wouldn't be on anything else. And how your relationship with your daughter is good?
It's good.
Good. Okay. And don't take this the wrong way. The only reason I'm
ask
asking
what
this,
you need to ask.
The only reason I'm asking this is because that image that shows you with the stuff on them, kind of the hair resembles what your daughter had back in the day. None of this is your daughter, right?
No, sir.
You never your daughter, put hands on your daughter, anything like that?
No, sir.
Because you know there's creeps out there that do that. So.
Of course.
All right. So none of them is your daughter. You have
absolutely.
Or nobody you know.
You can go talk to her.
Okay. Do you remember them 2 videos I showed you where you say it's probably the same girl, the same guy sent you that? Do you remember putting them in your Amazon account?
That had to be automatically uploaded
Through your phone? Yeah, through your phone. It might happen, yeah.
What's going to happen now?
I'm going to get with my sergeant. You're going to be free to go, when we're done talking here and stuff like that. Are you going to, I assume you're going to head on to work?
Well, it's 11:30, yeah. I need to go. I was supposed to clock in at 11, but I need to go there, clock in, and run straight back home and get my daughter up. My main concern right now is taking her to her doctor's appointment. After that, whatever. I'm good.
What time's your doctor's appointment?
12:30.
I'm going to let you go sit in your car and then get your stuff.
Sound good?
Right now you are. Just to sit in your car, and then I'll let you know.
As officers prepare to follow him home with a search warrant, his daughter unexpectedly arrives. Officers take a moment to explain the situation to her, and from that point on, the tone of the encounter shifts in a different direction.
Hey, come check her out for me, Doc. She's having breathing problems.
No, I'm okay. I just am anxious.
I know, but
I'm really scared.
he's one of our SWAT medics, so let him check you out and make sure you're okay.
SWAT?
Yes.
What's going on?
Is your dog friendly?
Yeah, he loves people. It's my baby.
Is
What's going on?
What is it?
We'll talk to you in a second. Let's get you checked out so you're not like breathing too No, much. I just am anxious, guys. I just want to know what's going on. Okay. Everything's okay. We had a search warrant for you. But why? We haven't done anything. Okay. I don't get it. We'll talk to you in a second.
I'm one of the paramedics, okay? So,
Hi,
all
I'm
right, tell me
okay.
your name.
Bill Harden.
Okay.
No, I just want to know what's going on.
All right. Yeah, they'll explain it to you. So my job is just to make sure that you're okay. So do you
I
have any
promise
chest,
I'm okay.
shortness of breath?
Right now, I
word?
just I'm anxious.
Anxious? Okay. Do you take a medication for that or no?
I have pills.
Okay. Are they inside?
Yes.
Did you take them today like you're supposed to or
Last night I have nighttime ones. I haven't been taking my morning ones.
no? Okay. So do you, anybody else inside the house?
No,
or-
my dad's at work.
Okay. So a question. Do you feel like you want to get checked out? They'll explain it to you,
No.
okay? They'll explain it to you. So
I feel fine.
as of now, just anxiety, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so just take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out, you'll be fine, all right? So, and that's your dog, right?
Yes,
so there's
sir.
no other animals inside the house?
Can I get him in the grass?
Yep, so that's that on
let's
the
go over
grass.
I
So besides that, any other animals?
no,
Besides
this
this
is
one?
just my baby.
No, just that one? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
This is crazy. I've never even had an encounter with the dog.
You're not in any trouble.
Yeah, but if my dad is, it makes no sense. He doesn't do anything but go to work in DoorDash.
Well, how long did you grow up in this house?
I'm not sure exactly what age I moved in this house, but we moved here from Georgia when I was 3.
Okay.
And we moved in 2 other places, and then we finally got this house.
And while you lived in Florida, in St. Cloud, did any other girls ever live with you?
Never lived, no. No. He dated one girl a long time ago, and that was it.
What about people your age?
No.
No
Hell
friends ever
no.
stayed with you?
My friends, they would come over and stay the night and stuff like normal, but that's it. Or I go to their house. They sleep in my room with me.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Detective Burkhardt, okay?
Nice to meet you.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
You're 22? I can imagine you have a million questions because there's a lot going on.
Confused.
Okay, you said you're 22?
Yes.
So we're here, so obviously we have a search warrant for the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so myself and Detective Rivera are part of a task force called Internet Crimes Against. Have you ever heard of that before?
Yes.
Okay, so are you familiar with what we look for and
Yeah,
stuff like that?
I watch all the cop stuff.
Okay. So, unfortunately, we did get a tip from your house.
What the?
Yeah, and we spoke to your
Sorry
father.
for the language.
You're okay, sweetheart. That's okay. I can understand your frustration.
Yeah,
So
I'm confused.
So, we always want to try to make sure that everybody in the house is safe, and so we talked to everybody in there. We did speak to your dad already. We do have some concerns. Do you have any birthmarks on you at all? Okay, hang on. Because the thing that concerns me is that there is. Let me see.
I'm not sure what.
Do you happen to have one like right over here on either side?
You can look. I'm not sure what you consider a birthmark.
What about the other side? I don't know. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a picture and then I'll kind of explain to you what we're here for, okay? So do you happen to recognize, there's no in this photo that I'm about to show you, okay? Do you recognize this photo or that jewelry or anything about this photo?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Nope.
Okay. You see that there's like a birthmark here and here and
Oh,
here?
yeah.
So you kind of have one here.
No. Yeah. That's
Right?
definitely not me.
Anytime we have like a what we call a tip like this,
Yeah.
like I said, we just like to talk to everybody in the house and kind of try to figure out like where this all started from, and you know how like Wi-Fi works. So like it would come like out of a certain house.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, I get that.
we confirmed that it came from your house.
Okay.
We did talk to your dad. It did come from him.
Oh.
So do you have any knowledge or anything about that you might?
Not about that. No. I have never.
Okay. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but you have never been touched or anything inappropriately or anything like that?
No.
That was our main concern because the
No.
girl in the
I really
photographs,
appreciate that.
yeah, the girl in the photographs that we saw did resemble you, and that was very concerning for us.
Okay.
You know, so we wanted to make sure that you were safe.
Yeah, that is gross.
Yeah. Our concern was mainly for you and to kind of try to figure everything out. So, like I said, we did talk to your dad, and he did admit that he does have that type of material on his phone. That's a.
Can't you just be a decent man? Why do men have to be this way?
Well, what do you mean by that? Like,
Men are gross. Men are just always gross. You know, as a woman, you can't even walk down the street without getting. You know, even at 16, me walking downtown with my cousin, men randomly yelling, barking, you know. They're just gross.
Yeah. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen from here, but we are going to take all the devices that are in the home.
Really? Are you going to take my teeth?
No. All the electronics, so more so like phones,
You're gonna take my
tablets. If we're gonna, I'd say that they belong to you. We're not gonna take those from you. So
I can at least keep my iPad because I want to play Roblox and I like to play on my dad's laptop, but now y'all have to take that because we share it.
So I just have to read this to you. I should have read it to you on there. It says, County, Florida, in the name of the state of Florida, all singular and sheriffs, the state of Florida, items that would tend to show dominant control and data maintained on a computer or computer-related storage devices such as floppy disk tapes, backups, computer printouts, and zips, diskette drives, or particular data in the form of images and or videos. And they kind of let your daughter know a little bit what's going on. They don't know exactly what's going on, so it's something you'll have to probably explain to her sometime. Did you want to talk to your dad right now? I know you said you had a doctor's appointment today. Is that something you need to get to?
I don't even know if I want to. I don't know if I want to reschedule or not. I don't know. Am I allowed to talk to him?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to go to the house.
You shouldn't be having attitude where you have sent to you like that. Be a fucking grown-ass man. I am a woman. It would be different if I was your son. I am a woman. I have a woman's body. I only have a dad. I don't have a mom to go to because my dad is a weirdo. You shouldn't be having me in this situation. I only have you. Shut up. If you have that on your phone, it's weird. I shouldn't have to deal with this, Dad. It's only me and you. This is stupid. I want to be able to live with you, but I don't feel comfortable in this house. I don't know what to do. And this is making... No, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because that is the same.
All right, so they know what we're taking? What do they know what they're looking for? Okay. I think that's what they're asking for, Zod. Yeah. Are you recording?
Yeah.
What started as an online tip quickly escalated into a major criminal investigation. Police say 58-year-old Mark was taken into custody after a court-approved search of his home and electronic devices. According to court documents, Hardin is accused of sharing illegal, explicit material involving minors through online platforms. Investigators also allege he communicated about secretly photographing people without their knowledge. Hardin, a former school employee who had resigned before his arrest, is being held on a $26,000 bond as the case proceeds through the legal system.
Broken clock on the back wall, counting down till the last bell rings. You lock the door with the plastic smile, say this is just our little secret thing. Ink stains on my test paper, your hand leaning where it shouldn't be. You twist the rules like a gold ring, say it's love, say it's meant to be. Leave the kids alone, you're not a savior, you're a thief on hold. Predator in school clothes, life in a cage is the place you go. See ya, show more, see ya, show more. We need justice, not a whisper, sorry, go. Leave the kids alone, leave the kids alone. You hide behind a chalk halo, fake men are on a crooked throne. They call you ma'am, they call you sir, you use that power, strip us to the bone. Female face, male face, same crime, same cold eyes when the door clicks shut. Courtroom shrug, they were almost grown. Light little sentence, deep little cut. Leave the kids alone, you're not a savior, you're a thief from home. Predator in school clothes, life in a cage is the place you go. See ya, show more, see ya, show more. Need justice, not a whisper, sorry, go. Judge with a tired handshake, gave her falls like it's half awake. You get years, we